world champion cruiserweight Jai in the corner with Tristian Maskell.
Watch your heads, keep your blows up. Let's keep it clean, let's have a good fight. Touch gloves, back to your corners.
And here we go, we're scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. It is the cruiserweight division. Tristian Maskell in the army green with the black, and Dane Alchin in the blue. Alchin, front foot throwing.
They started fast here, Andy. Big right hand landing and that left hook both landing. That's not the place Maskell wants to be with his back to the ropes, because he's an open target there.
Watch out!
We know
watch your head!
Alchin, he can cause an upset when he wants to.
Oh, yeah.
He burst onto the scene, as you remember, beating Adam Lovelock, who's a seasoned professional. So he knows how to cause an upset too when he wants to, Dane Alchin.
Always surprises me with the cruiserweights. It's a misconception that they're under or governed by a weight limit, so they're not big guys, but both genuine heavyweights that trim down and train down to get under that 91 kilos or thereabouts. But you got two big men in centre ring at the moment.
Yeah, and importantly, they're cruiserweights for 1 minute. And then as soon as they rehydrate after they weigh in, they're heavyweights, like you said.
They come back into my division.
Yeah, exactly. So they're big boys. Don't get it wrong, and they can punch, that's for sure.
Nice shot there from Maskell. Really nice doubling up of the jab. He's letting a few in here. Good left hand again from Maskell. The heavier shots and more shots. They're coming from Alchin. There's some bruising ones in this. He is coming from all different angles as well. He's not just planting the feet and throwing. He's still up on his toes, and he's coming from all different angles. He's changing his levels, changing his position.
That was better, just mixing it between the body and the head is Alchin, but I like to see him when he goes to the body. He needs to bend his knees. He's not creating any power at all. He's just an arm shot when he's going to the body so far. If he bends his knees and drives up, he'll get a lot more success.
Oh, Alchin now unloading here. Tell you what, he's got about a 4-day growth, I reckon, Tristian Maskell, but he's got some whiskers, because some of these shots getting through, whilst they may not appear huge on the TV, I can tell you sitting here ringside, they've got the volume wound way up. Final stages of what's been a really good opening round. An Alchin round, I think we can safely say that, but a very good round nonetheless. 3-2 Dane Alchin, 3 wins, the 2 losses. End of round 1.
3 wins, 2 losses, but importantly his last two fights have been wins, so he's on a little bit of a streak as Alchin, so he's trying to continue that on here tonight as we go into the second round, but see some highlights of the first round, and it was a very strong Alchin round. He started fast and he started hard. Maskell, he had most success when he was boxing in the middle, and I think that's what his coach would be telling him in the corner. You need to get to centre ring and start throwing them long, because that's where he had success when he did. Alchin just a little bit too busy for him in that opening round, so we just got to peg that back off him. Does Maskell, and match motors in the second round moving forward.
All right? You all right?
Not surprisingly, we are sold out once again at Eaton's Hill. Wonderful corporate and general public support. It has developed into a venue that goes hand in hand with the promotion Ace Boxing as the place you want to fight here in Queensland. Alchin again dominating the middle portion of the ring. Maskell just trying to pick off one jab, in, out.
Yeah, and that's his trouble, Andy. He's throwing one jab at a time. You can't do that, especially when you've got a big boy in a come-forward fighter like Alchin. One punch isn't going to stop him. They need multiples. You need 2, 3, and you need to throw your power hand sometimes after. So they've got something to look at. Good, that's a better right hand there from Maskell.
Alchin continues just to change his levels, but Maskell, who's wearing a lot of shots and wearing a lot of them on the forearms, punching back in. Alchin's swollen up underneath the left eye.
Yeah, a lot of these shots from both boys are getting through now. They're not missing the target often. And you can see it on their faces, that's for sure. Oh, good uppercut there from Maskell.
3 of them, and then into the body.
Oh!
Rocking his head back like a bobbin head doll. Now it's Alchin's turn. He steps back out into the middle of the ring. He did look like a bobblehead there for a while. The head was going all over the place. Alchin wears another. He returns.
And look at this. As soon as he starts to throw more than one punch, he's having success, is Maskell, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to back up Alchin, and the only way to back him up is throw multiple punches. Wow, he's marked up in this round as Alchin. Look at that face.
God, beautiful 2-punch combination. It was a very simple 1-2. Gee, it was effective from Alchin. And as a result, he's got Maskell once again going backwards against the ropes.
What I can see here is Dane is very good offensively, but not really good defensively. He's very open. You can see he's got his elbows wide apart, which is leading to those uppercuts succeeding. And also when he throws a jab, every time Maskell throws a jab, it lands. He's got a very wide offense. So as soon as he misses, he's open to the counter straight away.
Alchin back front footing. Last couple of seconds of round number 2. Please don't stop me now. We had 2 rounds down. We've got 3 more potentially. And this is developing into a belter.
Yeah, that's a much better round for Maskell, and he needed it on the back of the first round and the second. But yeah, round 3, I think that was his round. Now, if he was in his corner right now, I'd be saying throw straight down the pipe. You can see every time he throws or thinks about throwing Alchin, he leaves a gaping big hole straight through the middle. So you can see all the success is straight through the guts. Either uppercut or straight punches, they're all going to land.
Ryan Fong in the corner with Dane Alchin up next. Adrian Rodriguez, Lewis Chadwick. Isn't there a little bit of banter about this one over the last 48 hours? There's a bit of feeling too between the veteran and the young bull. Here we go. This is a start for Maskell. First 6 or 7 shots of the round. From the red corner.
There's a lot more output is coming from Maskell, and that's exactly what he needed up those first couple of rounds, and he's delivered here, and he's just got to keep on going now. That jab is landing almost every time he throws it.
We haven't really seen Tristian be able to move into a position of authority, a position of ring dominance, because Dane just keeps pushing forward here, Nate. How do you turn that round? If you're Tristian Maskell, how do you end up in the centre of the ring where you can effectively start bullying your opponent?
Well, it's body height, it's bending the knees and it's turning with the body. That's what you've got to do as well. So when you stand tall like Maskell is now, it's so hard to turn your opponent. All of a sudden you start bending your knees, you start pivoting to one side and using your legs as your power. You can pivot and reverse the roles, so to speak, and turn your opponent onto the ropes.
Great to see the world champ in the house, the greatest Australian of all time, in my opinion anyway. The great Jeff Fennick is here and sitting with our promotional team watching this, and the mauler's got a smile on his face. He likes what he sees here.
Yeah, this is a good fight. Really 50-50 contest. You can see both boys having success and having success at different parts of the round. As Alchin misses, but misses big, and it leaves a gaping hole once again for Maskell to target.
Alchin busted up, both eyes. He'll be sporting the boxing sunglasses for the next week. Covering up the damage. Nice work on the inside, but again from Maskell. You can hear the calls from the red corner and from Taps Up Attack. Get out of there, get off there, get off the ropes. Either do it by turning, as Nathan said earlier, or do it by punching, but don't just get stuck against the ropes.
Well, the simplest way too, Andy, and it's an old school rule, I guess. It's
body shot! It's a crippler! A crippler!
6, 7, 8.
He's not getting up. It's out. It's over. Maskell has turned this fight on its head.
Where's Doctor? Where's the doctor?
An amazing turnaround here in 3 rounds, and we're talking broken ribs here. The pain on the face of Dane Alchin. We're sitting next to him here in commentary, and you can almost feel his pain.
Yeah, he's still not right. He's really, really hurt. I mean, it was just, it was almost a delayed response. We'll see it here. Oh, there, look, there it is.
It's the left hand, it's not the right, Nate.
Yeah, it was. And definitely connected. And if you hit the right spot in the body, it doesn't matter how big or strong you are going down. And that's exactly where Dane Alchin is, still on his knees on the canvas.
Nate, in theory, with the body shot, in theory anyway, it's that spot just below the bottom rib.
Yeah, well, that's
where you're aiming.
The liver shot. I mean, it's a little bit behind. It's the left-hand side. If you're looking at your opponent, the left-hand side just behind a little bit. If you just touch it, you just go down. It's simple. If you get hit in that spot, you can be Superman. You're taking a knee.
Big win for Tristian Maskell. Big win. Another 50-50 fight here on Ace Boxing. It's what we do.
And I was interrupted, Andy. We were talking about how to get back to centre ring, and the basic way is you just throw 3 or 4 hooks in a row. I mean, obviously, you put your hand up. You know, it's the basic way. It's the 101 style of getting back. But you just bang, 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 you're back to centre ring. You know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But more often than not, it has success just doing it that way. So, and it's protecting your chin at the same time, because obviously your punches are covering your chin every time you're throwing it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get set to make this one official. This one proudly brought to you with thanks to our sponsor, Cars for Us. Put your hands together for both fighters, ladies and gentlemen. What a great fight that was. At 2 minutes 42 of round number 3, your winner by knockout from the red corner, Tristian Maskell.